Hey guys, how are you? Super excited to be on live, back into a normal live schedule routine and all of the things. Drop where you're listening from in the comments. I'm actually gonna pull up the amazing conversation that we've been having about your biggest struggle with keto. Let's talk about it for a second. Let's talk about these struggles. Are they really struggles? And let's go into it for a few minutes. But I just want everyone to kind of just pop on as you're coming in, say hello. Where are you listening from? If you want to pop in what your struggle is, that would be cool. I asked a lot of follow-up questions to a lot of the things that people were saying. Cause I kind of want to break the pattern, right? I want to break your thought process a little bit. I kind of want you to dig deeper into what is really preventing you from being successful. So my first and foremost, before I go into any of like the struggles and things like that, the one common theme here is it appears that not a lot of you guys have your whys established. And I think that is like the number one thing. I just did a video on it today. But like having your why established, like why do you want to give up carbohydrates? Why do you want to do the ketogenic diet? Why do you want to, what is your outcome? Like, what do you want to see at the end of like, at the end of doing all of this? Like what makes you want to do the ketogenic lifestyle? Is this a lifestyle for you? Is it just a weight loss thing for you? Like having the answers to these questions is going to help you so much more. And like, if you agree, or type in the comments, like if you agree with me, or like what your why is. Have you even thought about why you're doing what you're doing? Like these are super important things that like need to be established. If you don't have this stuff established, you're gonna find excuses. You're gonna let yourself off the hook. You're gonna say yes to all of these pizzas and husbands and whatever. You're gonna have those cocktails that leads into burritos. All of this stuff is going to happen if you don't have your why established. So getting a clear outcome of like why you're doing keto is the number one first thing that I coach anyone. We talk about this in my membership site all of the time. If you feel like you need some more coaching and accountability, and you want your hand held a little bit more, and you want your butt kicked, and you want some more coaching on how to like overcome all of this stuff, let me know. I have a membership site that's a smaller group that I pop in daily, do daily trainings, live videos. You get access to a membership site, all of that kind of stuff. You get a website full of all of my trainings. You get all of my free downloads, all of the things, way more than this actual free group. And I actually coach in there, and I really do more of this like asking questions type of thing. So if that's something that you want, drop the word membership in the comments below, and I'll get you that information. But I'm not here to like really get in onto that. I want to give you guys some free value and things like that. So here's the thing, like what's your biggest struggle when it comes to keto? A lot of people say getting started. My best advice to getting started is just get started. Like we have an amazing learning section. If you want to do it right from the gate, I suggest getting on my membership. I go step by step on how to kiss keto, keep it super simple, how to eat meat, veggies, healthy fats. I break everything down in super short videos. Then I also have the learning section of this group, has all of my videos in there, like every single thing that you do need to get started. Why counting macros isn't really important for the first 30, 60, 90 days or ever, why movement's important, why electrolytes are important, those types of things. But my membership, we really dive deep in the mental challenges, like how to stop emotional eating, how to really meal prep and get out of your own way, and like what are the excuses that you're telling yourself over and over and over again that are no longer serving you. Like all of that stuff is covered in my membership group. But this group, for a free resource, everything that you need to know to get started. First and foremost, find out your why. Second, meat, veggies, healthy fats. Don't count a single macro for the first 30 days. Move your body. Those are like the tips just to get started, and really just understand like why you're doing what you're doing is the very first thing. The second thing is like, I'm just kind of going through all of these like things, right? So people say meal prep and planning. So like, what is it not, like what's happening like that you're not making things a priority? Like fundamentally comes down to your why. Again, I'm going to say it a million times. I say meat, veggies, healthy fats, and I also say, what is your why? So if you're new to Mandy and Kiss Keto and all of that, finding out why you're doing what you're doing is super important. And then eating meat, veggies, healthy fats, and not counting your macros is super important. But my question for you guys, for everyone is, do you talk about, hold on. My question for you is, I'll go into the questions in a second. And if you have questions as you're coming on, just please drop them in the comments below. But like, are these real challenges for you? Like people are just saying like chocolate and drinks and meal planning and the weekends and things like that. So like, what's more important for you? Is it the outcome that you want, or is it eating the sugar and having the carbs and drinking? Like I just got shit-faced on Saturday night and I ate a bunch of carbs Saturday night and I felt awful yesterday. But like, I also know that like my body composition goals, one, were compromised because I did that. But at the end of the day, realistically, it's not that big of a deal. Like I can get right back on today, but I'm not going to let myself off the hook from all of my why and like what my outcomes are because I got drunky pants and ate a lot of carbs. So I think at the end of the day, you need to understand like why you're doing what you're doing. And like, it's just super important to have that established. So you stop letting yourself off the hook and you really just, keep going. So can you talk about nursing while keto? So like, I know nothing about children. I know nothing about being pregnant. I know nothing about any of that. What I do know is that meat, veggies, healthy fats are a very healthy way to eat. I don't believe that there's necessary carbs. Like you do not need carbohydrates in your life at all. I think if you're eating veggies and you're getting the carbs from veggies, like that's fine. I, again, don't know anything about nursing and keto and all of that. I think eating a diet of meat, veggies, healthy fats, regardless if you're pregnant, nursing, autoimmune, like overweight, underweight, like whatever it is, if you're eating meat, veggies, healthy fats, that's how we did it in nature. So I think that it's fine. I'm not specifically sure what your question is, Nicole, but hopefully that helps. How do you get out of a plateau after several weeks? Okay, let's go into this plateau talk. Let's talk about the scale. Let's talk about the outcome. So how do you get out of a plateau for several weeks? First and foremost, what is considered a plateau? Notice I always have follow-up questions because there's no correct answer. So yeah, I mean, again, I'm not 100% sure, Nicole. She's just asking about lactating, like nursing and things like that. I think Rochelle is one of my business partners. She is pregnant and she has been nursing, so I think it's fine. So meat, veggies, healthy fats, stick to it, and that's fine. So okay, let's go back to scale. You're at a plateau. What does a plateau mean? What do you measure as success? And are you losing weight or are you losing inches? Because we are so fixated on the scale and people get so frustrated and then they quit, but they don't understand that keto is actually muscle sparing. So like I am 131 pounds and I am the leanest I've ever been, but I'm also, based on the number, the fattest I've ever been. But I weigh 130 and it's a shocking number for me because I've always weighed between I've fluctuated throughout my health journey, but I've always weighed less than that or heavier, but I was also severely way overweight. So stop worrying about the scale number and really understand that it's meat, veggies, healthy. It's not about scale. It's about losing fat, and keto is muscle sparing. So it's going to spare your muscles and build your muscles while you're dropping body fat because you're burning body fat for fuel. Does that make sense? So in order to keep that happening, understand that the scale might not move, but you could be still losing inches. So I would continue to put on pants that don't necessarily fit that you really want to fit into, because that is my accurate measurement for my success. I step on the scale, I'm like, holy moly, like that is insane, right? And realistically, my pants fit, I'm skinnier, I feel great, I'm sleeping a lot better, I'm not eating crappy stuff, I mean, except this weekend. But again, I have very good awareness on my food choices, and I know that like what my whys are. And when I strategically make decisions based on like where I'm personally at. Like if I was not at a good place with my body composition, and if I was not in a good place mentally, and if I was not in a good place where I wanted to celebrate with my friend for her birthday and like have some birthday cake, but like I knew that that was going to derail me, I wouldn't have made those choices. So fundamentally, it comes down to, where are you at? What do you want is your outcome, and what are you willing to do to get there? And if you're making excuses for yourself over and over again, like, and you're saying, oh, well, keto's hard, or I need to meal prep, or I'm too busy, or XYZ, it's like, is that a real true story? Or is that the story that you're telling yourself to let yourself off the hook, to self-sabotage, to, you know, just be like, well, F this, that doesn't work for me. Well, no, it would work for you if you actually made it a priority, because like priorities are never in conflict. Mentor of mine told me this straight up, like, and it's something that's been stuck with me. It's stuck with me from a business perspective. It sticks with you from a diet perspective. It sticks with you from an emotional standpoint. If you're not making things a priority, whether it's in business, in life, or whatever, thanks, Trish. Trish said I'm the truly best. Thank you. I try. But like, priorities are not in conflict. So like, if you're not making meal prepping, if meal prepping is a challenge for you and you're not doing it, are you not doing it because it's a challenge for you, or are you not doing it because you just aren't educated and you need some help? Because then if you really, really, really wanted to meal prep, you'd go to the file section and like see the food list in our group. It's free. And actually meal prep. Or you would be like, nope, husband, kids, wife, whatever, I am blocking out this time, and for the next hour, I'm making everything. Guys, I made in my ebook, if you haven't gotten it yet, it's $7. My ebook, I have 30 plus pages of recipes and salads and things like that. And then I have a video tutorial in that ebook that you can also get that shows you how to meal prep in 22 minutes, I think the video is. So it's 22 minutes. I made a bunch of proteins. I made a bunch of veggies, and I was set for the week. And it's like, it really doesn't take that long. Like, you can bake, today I baked chicken in the oven for 20 minutes. Now I have a whole container of chicken, and now I have a bunch of veggies that I need to cook, which takes 15 minutes. And yeah, I do have the luxury of working from home, but like sometimes at the end of the day, my arthritis is flaring really bad, and I don't want, or my body hurts or whatever. So we all have excuses or whatever to let ourselves off the hook. So like the next one that I'm kind of reading here is, people are saying like sugar. Okay, money should not be an excuse. Money is like the easiest BS excuse. Medical bills are expensive, medicines are expensive, doctors are expensive, surgeries are expensive. I had $500,000 in surgeries in 2 years in insurance stuff because of my knee replacements and things like that. That stuff's expensive. My IV medications were $1,000 every 6 weeks, right? It was $2,000 to $3,000 every 6 weeks. So I get it. We're all on a budget. We all don't have the financial means, things like that. But here's the deal. Your health should be number one priority, for one. And for two, you can buy chicken. You can buy bigger cuts of meat and make them in bulk. Like, beef chunks are super inexpensive. Like, stew chunks are inexpensive. Chicken's inexpensive. There's a lot of things that are inexpensive. You can buy a whole chicken for $11 and make 5, 6, 7, 8 meals out of it. Salads, you don't always have to eat meat all of the time. You can get veggies, whatever's on sale, whatever's in season. So yeah. so money and finances and things like that should not be an excuse to preventing you from executing, right? So if you love sweets, I am a sweet lover as well. Former addicted to sugar and stuff like that. I love me a good cupcake. I love me a good whatever, but here's the deal. Find recipes that are ketowithmandy.com, Nicole. If you want to type it in, or I'll just type it to you in a second, or just send me a personal message and I'll send the link over to you. So anybody who's interested in the membership, let me know, because it's open for enrollment. But yeah, as we're talking. So anyway, and there's like no pressure, like join the membership, don't join the membership, buy ketones, don't buy ketones. Like it's all up to you. Everything that I'm saying is my personal opinion. I think it will help you get further faster. But we do have a free resource for support and things like that. We're not trying to shove anything down your throat. So just to keep that in mind. Like it's totally up to you. It's personal choice. I get it. I offer these resources from one-to-one coaching to the free stuff or whatever. So just letting you know. Anyway, so sweets, you need to find something that works for you. Like my personal thing that I've discovered, however, I need to probably find a different alternative, is keto cannoli dip. So the keto cannoli dip is like heavy whipping cream and like ricotta cheese, and you like mix it together with stevia, and it's like perfect. It's like an amazing topping, and you can just eat it with a spoon. It's like lovely. I made a batch in the fridge right now, but it's kind of runny. I ran it through the blender too long. But it's good to just have a spoonful when you're sugary and like want sugar something to like break that. But if you're having sugary cravings like all of the time, let's get to the bottom of like why you're having sugar cravings. Like that's super important to like evaluate, because if you are constantly having sugar cravings, it probably means that there's something in your diet or something emotional going on that like needs to be explored more. So yeah, but always just have those substitutes. Like there's tons of fat bomb recipes and things like that. Like you can do it. You can say, okay, well, sugar is this, but are you really prepared to like for when that happens? So start thinking about that and things like that. And you don't need to resist fat bombs all of the time. We talked about, I don't believe in counting macros. I can't really help you if you like Doritos, but like finding substitutes for things that will satisfy you instead of constantly just saying like, oh, well, this and this and this, you know? Does that make sense? I'm hoping I'm making sense, and I hope that you guys are getting some value out of this. Yeah. Craving for potatoes. Yeah, I mean, so you're not really craving probably the potato, you're probably craving the carbohydrate. So like, why are you wanting the carbohydrates continuously? Like, how long have you been doing keto? Like, when, like, are you eating super clean? Are you having a lot of substitutes? Like, there's just a lot of like questions that go into that. If you're not pooping on keto, you need electrolytes, like point blank period. Like you should be drinking electrolytes. But yeah, so, and like, here's the other thing too. And then like, I'm going to close out. Like, I'm a firm believer. I love exogenous ketones. Pure therapeutic ketones are my jam. They saved my life completely, like 100%. But like products are not required. I'm an affiliate for a brand. Absolutely love them. Our team is on them as well. The admins here as well. But here's the deal. It's not required. So stop thinking that there's like this magic pill, right? That's going to like cure all, be all, like make your body fat disappear. It takes work. It takes discipline. It takes going through these emotional things. It takes being held accountable every day. It takes working through these emotional things and committing every time. But if you're starting and you're stopping and you're starting and you're stopping, what's that costing you? And if you're constantly looking for like an outside source, oh, well, I'm going to just drink ketones and then like eat like crap. Well, no, that's not how it works. You drink ketones as a tool to help you get to where you're going further faster, but you still need to take the steps to get there. Does that make sense? And like it's not required. Like a bunch of girls came in to the group, and I appreciate if you're listening right now. They came in because like somebody was trying to like dump some like speed keto down their throat, right? Like, again, buy ketones, don't buy ketones, buy the membership, buy the coaching, do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter to me. Like, you need to make the personal choice for yourself, what it is that you want to do. But at the end of the day, like, ketones aren't going to like be this magical revelation to like all of your problems if you're emotionally eating in the closet, because, you know, like, we have to get to the root of that stuff, and like understanding that, like, are these challenges really challenges for you, or are they just blockers that are letting yourself off the hook? And like, just saying like, oh, things are too expensive, or I have to buy this, or I have to do that, blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't have to buy anything. Eat meat, veggies, healthy fats, move your body and get your mind right, and exercise and drink electrolytes. Like, that's really what it is. We overcomplicate everything because we're humans. And I just think it's like, just do the darn thing and set your why out. So, all right, guys, I actually have to get going because I have a call in 15 minutes and I need to prepare for that. But I love you. If you want the keto membership, I will post it in the post description. If you need pure therapeutic ketones and want to do a 10-day of that, just drop 10 in the comments below, or send whoever invited you here. You can get you on ketones. If it's not your jam at all, that's fine too. We have tons of free resources in the learning section. It is what it is. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.